Hello, welcome to my YouTube page. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am new to YouTube and have limited time to create and share and post like I would like to, but I'm interested in the Ernesto case. A lot of stuff came out right after I had my first and only child. So I was home listening to the phone calls and watching the stuff get started. So I was interested in Ernesto's connection with some of the people on the indictment.
8 on and between May 1st, 2017 and August 31st, 2017, the exact date being unknown to the grand jury, Ernest Williams committed a felony offense of theft by deception in violation of Kentucky. You see how they looped that Kentucky in there, Sonia? Miss They don't have jurisdiction. You see how that works when it comes to RICO? In Fayette County, Kentucky, by obtaining United States currency, the property of a hawker, the value of which exceeded $10,000 by deception with intent to deprive said owner of said property by creating and reinforcing a false impression as to intention and state of mind. This was an act involving theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of Kentucky and which is punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year and an act of racketeering under Georgia law. You see how they tie that in there?
So I wanted to talk about the ties or maybe get into some of the people that Ernesto conned or scammed. And one of the ladies was this Shantel Hawker. So that Kentucky, the state of Kentucky situation kind of stood out because we're like, okay, Kentucky, like what in the world was he doing in Kentucky? So we don't know what he was doing there, but after researching this woman, I discovered that she was part of a nationwide takedown. She was charged with drug trafficking, money laundering offenses. She did get sentenced, but let's just go through this article here. When she was indicted and the indictments were unsealed. They charged more than 40 members of an international scheme with conspiring to launder millions of dollars in illegal drug proceeds. These indictments are part of the nationwide takedown stemming from a multi-year investigation led by the FBI, San Diego Cross-Border Violence Task Force, and other federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. So let's kind of scroll past a little bit. I just wonder, like, what was Ernesto's connection to some of these people that he scammed? And I also found it very odd that Ernesto was never involved in anything drug related. But I guess, the people that he deals with or dealt with makes him not so far removed from the drug game. So Shantel Hawker, 42, of Lexington, Kentucky, was charged in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of California with conspiring to commit money laundering based on her involvement with individuals implicated in the San Diego investigation. According to the indictment filed in San Diego, Hawker conspired with others to transport drug proceeds, to promote drug trafficking activity, and to conceal the nature and ownership of the drug proceeds. If convicted, Hawker faces up to 20 years imprisonment. The indictment against Hawker is an accusation only, and she is presumed innocent and is entitled to a fair trial at which the government must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. So fast forward, because we know that this is on May 18, 2017, the police department stopped a Jeep Cherokee towing a trailer. A search of the trailer revealed 6 kilograms of cocaine. Okay, so I believe these were other people in the incident, but this is what kind of started the investigation or kind of led them to Shantel Hawker as well as 30-something other people. So in 2017, when they're saying Ernesto took this lady's vehicle and didn't pay her for it, law enforcement was, being led to Shantel's crimes. So I pulled up this article, and it says 3 individuals plead guilty to large-scale drug trafficking. And this is why, I find it hard to believe that Ernesto didn't, ever deal with drugs or anything like that, or selling stuff, selling drugs, or be around people that did it. Maybe he did it one time and he got out of it. I don't know. But after reading this article here, I kind of see how he came across Shantel Hawker, because she was busted, I believe, at a truck stop. But let's look. 3 people have pleaded guilty to the U.S. District Court in Lexington for their roles in distributing cocaine and fentanyl. Fast forward to 2018. She pled guilty to large-scale drug trafficking. 3 people have pled guilty. And what's really scary is that this lady she was distributing cocaine and fentanyl. Very scary. Shantel Hawker, 42, of Lexington, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute 5 kilograms or more of cocaine and to distribution of 40 grams or more of fentanyl. David Dwayne Morris, 48, and Kim Davis, 47, both of Louisville, Kentucky, pleaded guilty to distributing 2 kilograms of cocaine. In February of 2018, while they were conducting surveillance of the defendants, agents in the Drug Enforcement Administration observed a drug transaction. With the assistance of the Kentucky State Police, agents seized 2 kilograms of cocaine from the defendants in Shelby County, Kentucky. DEA agents and Lexington Police then obtained a search warrant for the residence of Shantel Hawker in Fayetteville County, where they seized more than 200 grams of fentanyl, $880,000 in U.S. currency, and metal presses used to process large quantities of controlled substances. The defendants in this case were dealing in massive quantities of dangerous drugs, said Robert M. Duncan, Jr., United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Kentucky. Without the outstanding work of our law enforcement partners, this prosecution would not have been possible. The efforts removed these drugs from our streets and made our community safer and saved lives. Prosecuting those who deal with this scourge to our community will continue to be a core priority of our office. So that was before she got sentenced. And then I saw this article first, that kind of gave me a little more insight to how Ernesto met this lady. Maybe she was selling something online. Maybe she was selling her vehicle online, or maybe he came across her at a truck stop or something, because this article says something about one of the defendants was trying to sell drugs at a truck stop, and that's where she got caught. Shantel's going to do 8 years in prison. She pleaded guilty in September to being part of a conspiracy to distribute 5 kilograms or more of cocaine, and possession with intent to distribute 40 grams or more of a substance containing a detectable amount of the painkiller fentanyl. So if it was detectable, it could have killed somebody. So they observed Hawker give 2 kilos of cocaine to David Dwayne Morris at a truck stop in Shelby County. Ernesto probably drove through that truck stop and met that lady at some point. That lady was probably there selling drugs, and he probably saw that lady's car and got that lady for her car and never paid her. And I'm trying to figure out, did she go to the cops about this, knowing that she was a drug dealer? That's the weird part to me. Is like, how do you report something to the cops when you're illegal yourself? I don't think that's how she got caught, because according to the article, they saw her trying to sell drugs at a truck stop. But it was also amazing how much, money she had and what they were doing and using to track her down. She was renting vehicles in her name to transport, I think, drugs and money. I think they got a hold to the bank accounts where she was depositing money. You really can't commit a crime in 2024 unless you do it by yourself. Unless you do it by yourself, No technology is involved. So it's nearly impossible to commit a crime without getting caught, because when these people start investigating, if there are any electronic traces, it could even be video surveillance that you didn't even know, was in the area. If you step outside your house and think you're going to commit a crime, and you have any cell phones, you have to interact with anyone, just like Ernesto thinks he's off the hook because he didn't write a check. Well, you took your butt in that dealership or wherever you were, and they saw you were there. So even though you didn't write that check, you were part of it, sir. So Ernesto's not smart enough to get out of this. That's why they have stacked, and found all of these cases and all of these charges, and came back with all of his history, so that there's no loophole through this. But I just thought it was very interesting that he had taken this lady's vehicle and didn't pay her, and now what can she do? She's in jail. So you can't really, I guess you could scratch that case, but I mean, he still did it. But I'd like to know how he did it, and how did he even meet her. All right, well, thank you for watching. Hopefully you watched it all the way through. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to put out more videos like this. Thank you.